What's up with y'all boys, man? Exclusivebuildz, where we do everything exclusive. And today's video is actually about title, man. We back with another extremely unstoppable, extremely fun PG build. And today, bro, this is really somewhat of an ABA player template, and I'm going to say Devin Booker. But that was just inspiration for how I wanted this build to play. But this is really like a post-scoring guard, a guard that can do everything on the offensive end, as y'all see by the title. The build say versatile scorer. We can score at any level and be very elite at it. You know what I'm saying? And with caps, I do have in mind with 21 caps throughout the whole year, not just right now, the first month. I'm in the whole 2K26 cycle. You know what I'm saying? If you want to grind to get them 21 caps, it's gonna be very fine. But just off the rip, 12 and 13 will be very solid to use or even try it to achieve for most people, right? So with that being said, I'm not about to sit and do too much talking. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all boys exactly how to make this Devin Booker slash very unstoppable, fun, unique guard build, you know. But yeah, man, let's get into it. So we going point guard, 6'6", 192 in the weight with a 6'8" wingspan. Forgot to say, if you're new here, go ahead and stay here, hit that sub button, you feel me? And shit, get your boy to 10, 20 likes on the video and help me get to 4,000 subs. All that be very appreciated. But yeah, man, I'm gonna start out with our physicals first. All right, bro. So far, speed. This is going to be tied to our speed with ball. So we're going to go with a 86 on the speed, and that is going to be very decent enough to also move around the court and keep up with people. And as well with our agility, this may be a little low at a 77 rating, but it do get us slippery off ball on goal for the people that want to do the R2 dexing. And yeah, that is definitely going to help as well. And then with the cap breaker screen, when that show up around the end of the video, we will, that 21 cap breaker that you get, like literally that last one, will go here, and that'll get you to an 80 agility, just so you can move a little bit better and get better motion styles and stuff like that as well. But yeah, man, that's pretty much what the movement is. And then when it comes to strength on this build, I believe I went all the way up to a 75 on the strength. If I didn't, I will come back and take this off. I low-key don't remember what I did with the strength, but I think I did a 75 to get strong handles on gold, and movement enforcer on bronze and stuff like that. And when it comes with vertical, we're going with a 61. Now, why would I go 61? Because the cap breakers, bro. When we get to that cap breaker screen, fool, you will eventually be able to get a 93 driving dunk on this build. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you got 10 caps and you want to get your dunks off the rip, get your contacts off the rip, then you'll be putting 5 into driving dunk, and you will be putting 5 in the vertical, so it gets your 93 gold posterizer. You know what I'm saying? And shit, y'all know, I know how that gold posterizer and +2 in that to legend. You know what I'm saying? That definitely can be a very solid option as well. But yeah, I'll talk about all the +1s and all the other stuff, +2s, all that in a minute. But right now, this is what the physicals is. Now let's go to move on to the finishing. Alright, bro, so boom, we're gonna start out with the post first. Now at post control, we're going to go with a 70 for right now, just to get post fade feet. Now I'm on silver. And then what I had in mind to, well, your first 5 to actually get the versatile stopper build name, you know what I'm saying, you gotta add 5 here so we can get that 87, actually go up to 90, my bad, it go up to a 90 so we can get our legend post fade phenom and gold post up port and all the other good stuff, right? Now at the moment, the build name is Ankle Taker. Now at first, before I decided to incorporate all these cap breakers, I did have a 90 post, and I got the build name Versatile Score, you know what I'm saying? And I even made the build, invested 2,000 VC to see if I would still be able to get that build name with adding caps to this post control. And yes, once you get 90 post control, you will go from an ankle taker to a versatile score. So keep that in mind. You know, as an ankle taker or versatile score, either way, both of them names is very raw, very solid. But talking too much about that though, let's go to move on to standard dunk. I believe I did a 40 standard dunk just to get the standard dunks. And driver dunk, we're going to go with a 76. We went 76 because once we put out 5 here, you know what I'm saying, that'll take us all the way to a 93 driver dunk gold posterizer. And when it comes with the layup, you can do anywhere from a 70, 76, 80, or you can go 85, which is what I'm going to do for this build. and that's exactly where we're gonna keep it at. We're not gonna add no caps and under here. We're just gonna have all silver layup badges, and that's decent enough. And then close shot that's tied to, I think, mid range. So it is what it is. We're gonna leave it where it's at. But yeah, speaking of mid range, let's go to move on to the shooting. All right, bro. So far as shooting, right? To be a very unstoppable all-around scorer, right? Like Devin Booker, the mid-range game has to be very elite. Has to have almost every shooting badge on legend, which is what we're going to have as well. So midi base model 91, we're going to be adding +5 here, get us to a 96. Now everything you see here is going to be on Hoff besides post fade phenom. That is going to be on legend. If you got your post control at a 90, then your post fade will be at a legend. And we're just going to talk about +1s right now. So far, the crew +1 tier 1, if you have that one unlocked. Set shots, not set shots, shifty shooter, that would go from Hoff to legend. For your regular season 40 award tier 1 cap, that would go to Deadeye, that would go from Hoff to legend. And we're going to keep Hoff set shot on his build. We're not going to change it. And then when it comes to the 3-pointer, we're going to max this all the way out at a 93, so we get the deep armor take. Go above the 89 rating, so we get that silver limitless. And then when our tier 1 +2, that is going to go to limitless, so we can have Hoff limitless. All of our shooting badges is going to be legend or Hoff on this build, you know what I'm saying, at the guard position, and that is able to play out the post and do all other type of crazy shit, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's just all we're gonna have on the shooting. Free throw, what did I do with the free throw? Don't remember. We're gonna keep it at 71. If I got extra points, I come back to it and change it. And if you don't play fives, take the free throw off and add these points elsewhere. But let's go to move on to the playmaking. Alright, bro, so far as playmaking on this build, bro, we just gonna rock out with a 75 pass accuracy. 75 pass accuracy in all game modes is definitely viable in this game, so it is what it is. Now, if you want to add 1 point here to get that versatile visionary, you definitely can, but I just really didn't do it. For whatever reason I didn't do it, I don't know, I just didn't do it. So yeah, that may be a mistake on my part, but I don't really care, you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. 75 is decent. Now we're coming with ball handle and speed with ball, right? We're going with 86 to get gold lightning launch. We will be specializing in playmaking on this build. So once you finish your specialization in the playmaking category, you will be using +2 on the lightning launch to get legend lightning launch. And then when it comes with takeover custom takes, you will be only putting up speed with ball, and that is going to boost your speed with ball from 86 to a 99 because it's +15, and you will put on the bear take. That's if you have your gold posterizer, or if you don't have that, then you will put on a sharp shooting take so you get ankle breakers or deep armor take. And then when it comes with ball handle, you get all decent dribble moves, ankle assassin, stuff like that on gold. And earlier, like I said, we specialize in playmaking, so that 1 point it can go anywhere from ankle assassin to gold, handles for days to gold, or unpluggable to gold, wherever you want to put that +1. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just that on that. And this is pretty much what the playmaking is, bro. So let's go to move on to the defense. Alright, bro, so far as this build, this is going to be very different because we can even take this build into the 1v1 court. We got a 70 interior to play wall up and hands up defense. It's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst on a 6-6 build. And even playing 5 out in the rec or wherever the case may be, you can still hold your own with a 70, and you won't just be getting dunked on willy-nilly all easily. You know what I'm saying? The 70 is going to help you with that. Now, perimeter defense is kind of low with a 74 rating, but with our tier 2 +2s, you know what I'm saying, we could eventually get immovable enforcer. We can get that joint to go to help us get bumpy and all the other good stuff. But you know what I'm saying, we'll talk about that in a minute. And then as far as this build, when it comes with steal in this game isn't that good, so we're not gonna worry about it. We're gonna play honest defense, that try and stay in front of people. That's one of the main reasons why I went up with the interior, because we just gonna play honest defense. We're not gambling, we're not reaching, or none of that. And then to also help with playing one-on-one defense, we're gonna go with a 68 on a block, just so when we wall up, you know what I'm saying, we better get some blocks, or just chase down and stuff like that. We better get some blocks, and we had that hot flight and iron bronze. And as well with the crew tier 2, we're going to +1 that to get that to silver. And yeah, that's just that on that. And I believe the rest of these points had to go to the free throw. Not 100% sure, so I'm gonna back out just to confirm that this is the correct build. Alright, bro, so boom. Yeah, this is the correct build. This is what we have here. Now let me go ahead and quickly go over these takeovers real quick once again. So specialized in playmaking, the tier 2 with a +2 lightning launch to legend, the +1 ankle assassin of gold, handles for days or unpluggable. And then for the people that have the crew tier 1 maxed out, we will be putting that one onto shifty shooter. That's going to go from half to legend. And then with the regular season awards +1 from tier 1, that is going to go to from half from Deadeye, that's going to go to legend as well. And our +2 tier 1, that is going to go from silver limitless, that's going to take you to Hall of Fame limitless on his build. And our post fade phenom and shit like that will eventually be on gold, half, or even legend, depending on where you put your caps to your post control. And yeah, that's just that on that. Now for our tier 2, right, we do have the option to I'm gonna say this: if you want to be more dominant in the post with your +2 tier 2, you could go post powerhouse and put that on gold to get nice little bumps and fade off. Or if you want to help with defense, you can go and move enforcer and have that on gold, so you can play more even honest defense. And then only 2 spots I could see you really putting your tier 2 +2, unless you want to get half float game or whatever. But speaking of that though, the crew +1 tier 2, I was going to put it on float game so we get that to gold. You know what I'm saying? Or if you decide on going any one of these other move enforcer or post powerhouse, if you decide on putting one of these on the tier 2, you could +1 the opposite, the other one. You know what I'm saying, to boost it. Matter of fact, man, go and move enforcer on gold. Don't worry about this. You know what I'm saying? And then just +1 fucking dimer or +1 float game or lead mixmaster. And yeah, them just a 3 or 4, 5 or whatever the case may be for the tier 2. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it there. Now let me go ahead and quickly show y'all boys this cap breaker screen so y'all can really see how this cap breaker layout is, and y'all can pick and choose however y'all want to do this with y'all caps in y'all template. Alright, y'all boys, so for the caps, right, yo, first 5 to get the actual versatile score build name has to go to the post from 70 to 90. Your next 5 is going to go to mid range, so you get your post fade phenom the legend. That's going to be a 96, have all half shooting badges. And then your next is going to go to driving dunk, so you can get your 93 driving dunk. Then your next 5 will go to vertical, so you can get your 80 vertical gold posterizer and be able to +2 posterizer to legend. And then yeah, other than that, that's 20. Your next 21, if you want to get it, you can put that to agility. And yeah, man, shit, you'll have your you know what I'm saying, 80 agility as well. And yeah, we specialize in playmaking, so you probably could put one more on agility as well. And right here, this is just showcasing that you actually can get the build name with putting them cap breakers onto the post. And for the people that don't have caps and want the build name without caps, that's how the build is made. And it's with the shades, and you actually get the name. So yeah, it is. Alright, y'all boys, that's the little screen. That's the cap breaker screen. Hopefully y'all find something interesting on that screen and see what y'all can cook up and change. But like I said, 12 to 13 cap breakers off the rip, or for the most casual people, will be very solid for this build. Will be very solid. And if you do grind out to get to 21 like I'm trying to do, man, we're gonna have gold, legend, fucking posterizer with all these half shooting badges. Man, we're gonna be out there going crazy, bro, once you get them 21 caps, I promise you. But as y'all see by the build name, is Angle Taker. I didn't lie to y'all boys there. And then yeah, man, shit, that's just that. Now the shades right here isn't none of the best shades. It is what it is, decent shades. And then yeah, man, that's pretty much it. This is a very solid build overall for a scoring PG that could even play defense, could even play make at a very high level. But we're mainly here to drop 30 plus on this build, and we can definitely bully smaller guards in the post. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shit, this is my template for my Devin Booker type of build, and hopefully y'all like it. If y'all do like it, or enjoy anything about this video, then go to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. And man, I'm out of here. But before I go, if y'all want to see any more build videos by your boy, go ahead and click on one of these videos I see on the screen, and also hit that sub button. You feel me? That'd be very appreciated. Help your boy get to 4,000 subs. You know what I'm saying? Get this video 10, 20 likes. Turn your post notifications on so y'all boys be notified whenever I post a video or whenever I randomly stream. All of that would be very appreciated. So yeah, man, with that being said, I'm out here. Catch y'all boys next video.